My name is Bruce Nelson. I'm playing Lysander in Midsummer.
My name is Jefferson A. Russell. I'm playing Demetrius.
Deborah Hazlett playing Helena.
I'm Natalya Lynette Rathnam. I'm playing Natalya.
Well, he talked about the big emotions and talked about them beautifully. And what has more lasting, enduring impact than the big stuff that we're all feeling. Love and anger and all the ones.
All the things that we go.
Yeah.
I think everybody's probably been a teenager madly in love. And I think Shakespeare, that the feelings are so big, and he's able to give us enough words to embrace and fill those feelings. And people sometimes are intimidated by Shakespeare, but if you tune your ear to it for just a few minutes, then you can really hear how full, how rich, and how passionate the language is, and funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as an actor, it's just so wonderful to have the freedom to express yourself in that way and to express these deep, dark emotions so beautifully.
And the joy.
Yes, and the joy.
My wheelhouse is comedy, and so I've done Bottom twice before. Flute the Bellows Men during Midsummer. Yeah, that's sort of where I lean. So something like Lysander, who's much more leading from the hips. That's unusual for me, that kind of passionate drive. That's been my experience, the comedies.
Well, interestingly, I played Aegeus years ago. And that was a lot of fun. It was an early Shakespeare experience for me.
I have been cast as feisty characters a lot.
Surprising.
And I played Hermia before. I played Hermia maybe like 10-ish years ago. And it was great, but I was in a different place in my life, different person, different experiences that I was drawing from. I played Olivia. I loved playing Olivia in Twelfth Night. I loved her language. But these were all quite some time ago. So it's been a minute since I've done the Shakespeare.
But I usually am cast in more dramatic bent, so mostly it has been in drama. So I'm delighted to play Helena, although certainly unexpected at this point in my life. I remember what it feels like, again, to be so in love that you just can't even contain yourself. Fortunately, I feel that way these days sometimes now with my sweet husband. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun to go back.
A little self-conscious. And Noah is big on how do we use the company of actors at Everyman that we have in a different way. And this is certainly that.
You did it.
Yeah, you did.
Success.
And there is a precedent to casting older actors in these young lover roles. But it's a little shocking and scary because I think about my 19-year-old self and how physically able I was then.
That was my first love.
The challenges now of being my age.
It's also what makes it so interesting. And okay, well, sure. When Noah first mentioned it, as far as the idea of it, I enjoyed working with him. And he's got the greatest pitches for his plays and his vision. His vision for the storytelling within that world. And I was like, all right, I trust you. And I absolutely knowing these players that I get to come work to and play with, and the trust and the intersection history that exists, certainly between the four of us, but certainly also within the dynamic of the rest of the players. It's joy. I get to come to work and work and play with people actors I admire, always enjoy their work. So play off of them. It's a joy, man. It's a gift.
I hope they have fun, and I think they will. It's a pretty extraordinary cast, even from the get-go. we're already having so much fun
Yeah.
in there and laughing with each other, and there's a lightness and an energy to sort of just leap and go and see what we find. Part of that gift is being with company again and people that we know, and then part of that gift is working with people I've never worked with you before, and what Natalya brings that I can learn from and play off of, and the lovely folks that we have that have never worked at Everyman before that bring such a welcome energy to the room. So I hope audiences, I hope they cry a little, I hope they laugh a lot. It's a beautiful story.
And being a little older, boy, we've got a clear story telling about us already, day 4. And we know the language and where to heighten and how to flex it in a way that I don't think the younger performer knows instinctively. We've got that. So clear story is the thing that we're going to lead with.
I think, to go back to your other question, what's so fun is just to kind of revisit this playfulness, this youthful playfulness that we all still have, but perhaps because of life and families and kids and all the things, we lose sight of that playfulness. Maybe the audience can leave with feeling a little bit of that.
A reminder that our strongest tool is our imagination, both as performers, as artists, but also as audience members. They're coming in to as open as they can to enjoy the ride, experience all that we're trying to do.
Come join us for A Midsummer Night's Dream at Everyman Theater.